Well, we find Rogers here on his Sunday lunchtime enjoying an episode of the children's classic, The Magic Roundabout, the originally French series from Serge Danot, but reimagined with more wicked amusement, I would say, by Eric Thompson. And if you're looking for Rogers to generally provide cultural references that breach anywhere into the 21st century, I'm afraid you will be sadly disappointed. So why are we here watching this fine programme? Of course, the more perceptive among you will have gathered that this is a metaphor for the changing Swindon side yesterday and the challenges of squad selection, which Ian Holloway appears to be relishing in, throwing in a surprise by really altering the defence, and it ultimately coming off to some effect to keep a clean sheet to beat an industrious Bromley side who certainly commandeered respect, I think, especially for the challenges they gave Swindon in the second half. The first thing that struck me was the performance of Ryan Tafazoli, which we probably can regard as perhaps better than we have a right to expect, just given the amount of football he's played, having been on loan in Hong Kong for the latter part of last season and been part of Wycombe's pre-season without really, of course, featuring there. So to come in and produce that good sort of 80 minutes or so was highly encouraging. I have to say, I think Tom Nichols was industrious in midfield, and Finlay Munro was about as much fun to watch as Ermintrude on a projectile there, hurtling forth across the plains. As for quite how Bromley are, they seem like a good test. They put in a real sort of intense amount of pressing on Swindon there, possibly at the pace of Ermintrude, indeed, and also they did pen them back in the second half, and Swindon were able to respond, and they just got a little sort of the breaks of the day, didn't they? Some moments from the goalkeeper Grant Smith, and when Bromley did get the ball into the box, Swindon were able to mostly deal with it, and on those odd occasions it did drop. Bromley couldn't quite get a toe on it or convert, really. But all in all, a kind of good day's work, and we'll just have to see if the players can cope with the magic roundabout that will come. It was either this or horses for courses, so we hope that you have been entertained. Rogers will be back, of course, later this week to continue the Rogers ratings. We'll see what unfolds in them. Swindon look ahead to the journey across the Severn Bridge to face Newport, but they do so, of course, on the back of 3 points against Andy Woodman's side.